All right, welcome back, everybody. So before we get in to our new larva flying over to the new island stuff, we are going to set up a timer gate for our miners here. Instead of this, since we just unlocked this, we're going to change this to a timer gate. And so enter after so many seconds. And each one of these guys live for about 3 minutes. So we're going to set it to the maximum of a minute. We can set it to seconds or minutes. Okay. So we're actually going to set this to like 3 minutes. That way we are not getting any new miners because we have way more than what we need. And I may even raise that even further at some point, just to make sure that we don't have more over here than what we actually need, because we've got a lot right now. Alright, our next fly-in is happening. So we'll see how good and or bad we're doing. Alright, so we have filled up the large stockpile with rubble amazingly. I can't say amazingly, we've got a lot of miners over there. So we probably should set up more smelters for rubble making concrete, because we need a lot of concrete going ahead, I am sure. We've only gotten 35 of 50 for our bridge thing. Alright, but before we head on over to the other island, we need to look at population. Nope, it's not in there. Storage. Larva storage. Alright, so there is our end report for that nuptial flight. We still have no genes flown out, and we attracted no drones. Alright, so we are going to build one of these, and we're going to put it here. And then we are going to have accepts larva, obviously. Capacity is 7. So we're going to go ahead and put a divider gate in here for this, so we can have them go and incubate them or grab them off and put them into the holder here. Why are you not dropping that? Oh, because I didn't do... Yeah, back that up and make it like that. And then we'll just send you back that way. Okay, you're still not dropping the larva in there. Why exactly is that? Well, for one, that should not be like that. Okay, so you need to go there. There we go. And then we need this to run through there and come back up to there. Okay, so now we need to place a dispenser, which needs to be over here at our takeoff pad, which I guess we'll just put right here. So then we will have these guys go there and then to there. And we will assign that back over here to our larva storage, which once it's full, they will go that way and drop it off over there anyways. They're not just going to stand there. So it's just an extra trip for them. Alright, so now let's see if we got any larvae come in over here yet. So when they fly in, they're going to land here. And if they are carrying anything, they're going to go off up this way. And that is going to be where we put our incubator. Right there. And then once they are done with that, then they're going to come back down to that gate. And then these we're going to set up to become diggers. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the assembly thing for that. And we're going to need to, diggers need screws. So I'm going to have to set up a workshop area over here as well, so we can start making screws to do our diggers. So I'm going to get a little bit of work done over here, and I will be right back with you. And is he bringing us? He is not bringing us. Why did you fly in and not bring me a baby? You need to be bringing me a baby. Yeah, larva. It's got larva. Why? Why did I not get one? I'll look into it. I'll let you know in a minute. Be right back. Okay, that last guy must have been flying over before I put in the larva, because I just watched this. I grabbed one of our guys here and sent him over there, and he literally brought a larva with him. I didn't have to mess with nothing. So I don't know what that was, but that means we can now stop having these guys do the work, and we can just send them back onto the launch pad and back over to home, and we have our first little baby guy right here. So I'll be right back with you, and I'll have everything set up. Alright, I don't have everything done I was trying to get done, but as you can see, this place is a ghost town. I was doing so much work over here on the island that I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the way I set that up, all of my larva was basically getting sent over here. And so I wasn't getting any workers coming in over here to feed the queen, and all of my sentries were over here gathering, so there was nobody to feed the queen. So I moved one back. I just moved another, as you've seen. And once this gets filled back up, they're going to start filling the incubators again. And they won't take from here for a while. I'm going to have to let this kind of rebuild a little bit, because we are slowly dying off all of the workers we got. But I want to go ahead and show you what it was that I had gotten done over here before disaster struck. And it's kind of a ghost town over here. Basically, I put in 2 large stockpiles up here for these guys to start gathering and picking up all of this rubble up here. Got rid of the smelter for iron we had here. I still need to export this off back to there, and this one back to here, and then delete both of these because they're no longer needed, and we can get rid of this. So I have them flying in. If they're carrying a baby, a larva, they will bring it up here and they will put it in an incubator. If they come down through here and they're still carrying something, they get sent back over to try again. If not, they fly off, they go get another, they come back. And then after that, we have a counter gate set up here that'll send off 4 of them up that way. I'm not real sure what that's there for. I think I gotta fix that. But basically the babies will come out of here and they will go into this assembler. When it gets finished, it's getting close, and that's going to be for our miners. But if they can't go into there to be our miners, they're going to go this way, which is our counter gate of 10, to go up here for foraging, which that'll change as soon as our miner gets done, because then I'll send miners up here. Otherwise, they come down this way, and I have constructed a whole new assembly area here for iron. So the iron comes here from that big stockpile, gets smelted, dropped off on this stockpile, which then goes to these 3 for making plates, this one for making screws. We haven't started using glass yet, so I took everybody off of that job. Then up here is where the fabric is getting collected and stockpiled and then turned into, well, the plant fiber is getting collected and turned into fiber there. There's not a whole lot of plant stuff on this island. It's very, very sparse. So I gotta make do with what I got here. So I've had to stretch them out pretty far. I have a old one combiner here for the old ones, so they will get made into workers, which is the only couple workers we have left here right now, because this place is pretty much dead. But this place will soon start picking back up once we start making some babies, which we are. And now they're going off to start collect, and then they will get filtered in through all of the normal things. And as you can see, we have our flying larva done, which should mean, yep, that one right there. which gives us our counter end, a logic trail that can break up the area of a counter gate, keeps track of if you just want to check a specific part of a trail chain. That is going to be very important. That's how we deal with that whole they're stuck in a loop and it can't count. So that will be very nice. Now, over on this side, we still have to figure out what this Floral Island scanner. Oh, that's a new island we can scan for. So we'll click on that. We do need to do the light bulb and look at the pod worker ant thing for this pod worker ant. We still have not made the concrete core yet. And we have a lot more stuff up in this way. We have for facility to unlock, but we're not going to mess with that yet until we get done with the things that we have. And I know this is a bit of a shorter one for you guys, but it's been a very long one for me. I'd say I've been playing for probably a good hour, just trying to get all of this stuff changed around over here. And since we're down to, 32, I think it was down to 16 there a second ago. I really need to spend some time getting our colony back up to snuff. So I'm going to leave you off here, and I will see you in the next one. And we will... I don't need the trash can thing. We will start looking at this Floral Island scanner, which we need to make light bulbs for, so we'll start looking at making light bulbs, and I should have everything over here at the desert island good to go for making our miners, so we can start getting the rubble, the iron and the copper deposits that are over here, which once we get the rubble, we can start setting up making concrete over here and finally get this recycler done. All kinds of work to get done. So, anyways, I'll stop rambling. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.